The number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Welcome to Spotlight on the Arts. I'm your host, Patrick Cristiano, the publisher of TheaterLife.com, a website for theater buffs in New York City and the Hamptons. And we are coming to you from the LTV studio in East Hampton. And today we have a dear friend of mine, Dr. Ellen Frank, who is the founder and artistic director of Cities of Peace. Welcome, Ellen. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Patrick.
And Ellen is just back from Kosovo, a war-ravaged country that she has taken Cities of Peace to, and they're creating a new painting there. It's the 11th painting in your series that will eventually show at the UN.
Yes.
Tell us about what happened in Kosovo, creating a new piece for your series.
Well, it's extraordinary. There's really no words to describe what it's like for an American to be in a post-war country. Kosovo's war ended in 1999, and everyone was affected, so that 10 years before that, all the universities were closed, hospitals were closed, all schools were closed, there wasn't food. Essentially, the population went underground, had schools in basements and cellars of private homes, managed to get food from one city to another city by adopting a family. And this all led up to the war. And then the indebtedness of the people of Kosovo to America is extraordinary because of Madeleine Albright, because of the Clintons. They were saved. And essentially now it's a 10-year-old country. They gained their independence 10 years ago. They're still not recognized around the world by other countries necessarily, which is huge. It's the youngest country in Europe with the youngest population, median age being around 26. It's a country, it's the poorest country in Europe with 40% unemployment. And into that country, I come essentially never having experienced anything of that magnitude. And it's humbling. It's an opportunity for humility and for gratitude and for love and friendship building hope, building inspiration, and really putting some joy into lives through creativity.
Yeah, because besides living with the trauma that they've just been through, they're living with the devastation physically. You talked about where they live in homes where there are holes in the wall, or where people have died, and they know that people have died there. So they're only 10 years out of this. It's extraordinary. So you go there with the intention of creating a piece of artwork that you have all these interns come to work on. Now, how do you decide who's going to do that?
Well, first of all, I have to back up for a second. The war's 19 years ago. It's a 10-year-old country.
Oh, that's
so
right. Yeah, I spoke wrong. I meant it's only 10 years that they're a country. And
correct. So this is their 10th anniversary as a country. So, but it's important even that we don't know this, because
it's important what? Say?
Even that Americans don't know, we don't know what it's like, let alone some of the history itself. So I come there, and the very fact of my being there is a testimony to cultural diplomacy. The fact that I'm sponsored internationally to be there, the fact that I bring with me two Armenians, Armenia doesn't recognize the existence of Kosovo. How are we going to get Armenians visas into Kosovo if their country doesn't recognize the country into which they're coming? So everything about Cities of Peace, which is dedicated to building a global culture of peace, everything about it is peace building, from getting prepared to go to arriving to actually doing the work. So back to your other question, we don't say no. We only say yes, come work with us.
So everybody who wants to participate can.
Absolutely.
And they just bring whatever set of skills they have.
That's right. And they acquire skills. So there's the intention in the heart, there's the openness and willingness, and perseverance. We really saw young people working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, 7 days a week, because they're working on a painting that honors their country, honors their city, and is for the world to see.
And when you did this, you said you calculated how many hours. It was almost a year's worth of hours, labor, when you put it all together. How many interns did you have altogether working on a piece?
We had, this is what's so amazing, we had a core group of anywhere from 12 to 15, and we called them students this time.
Mm-hmm.
So we had, say, 15, and different hours of availability, and the regulars, the hardcore regulars. But then, Patrick, because we were housed in the National Museum, the Museum of Kosovo was our home. They set up an atelier. Well, all the visitors to Pristina, the capital, to Kosovo, go to the Museum of Kosovo. And the director brought everyone to see us. So the magic of this painting, there's always some unanticipated magic in these works. The magic of this painting is that everyone who visited, whether it was the president of Kosovo, the U.S. ambassador, or a person who does maintenance or is on the cleaning staff or hotel reception, everyone makes a mark on the painting. So this is really everyone's painting.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah. You know, what we have, which I think is really fun, is some time-lapse photography of the interns working on the painting. And I just want you to set it up for us. I think you said this is 3 hours. This is 3 hours worth of labor that's condensed into a minute and a half of time-lapse photography. And you had, who did this for you? You had someone that did this?
A young architect getting his master's in architecture. He's from Mitrovica, which is a divided city. It's a city where the Kosovo Serbs live on one side of a river, and the Kosovo Albanians live on another side, and there's a bridge. And here, Rieland is a young architecture student, and he's setting up this camera on a ladder. We don't even know it's running.
Sneaky he was, huh?
He was sneaky.
So here we go. Here's the video. I love it.
You're seeing everybody there. That's what's so fun. You're seeing the head curator, you're seeing Fatlinda, you're seeing Rieland, you're seeing our young Armenian assistant, you're seeing a man named Berat, you're seeing Rieland himself, you're seeing us moving, getting the gold leaf, going back and forth to the tables. You're seeing the painting being made.
It's incredible. We have another one too, a second one. Now, again, this is 3 hours worth of time condensed into a minute and a half.
So here you're seeing the painting flat, and we could get 10 to 12 people around the painting, and you're seeing everyone leave, return to the painting. And I'm glad you laughed about this, because this shows you can bring humor into any situation and love and commitment and reaching to touch the center of the painting and reaching to lean, and all the paper that you see is they're resting their hands on paper so they don't mar the painting.
And you know, last time we just had a show that aired, it was only last week, about your cities of peace before you had departed for Kosovo. You had brought gold leaf. So tell them the process again of how they get the gold leaf on the painting, what they do.
So
'Cause
first,
this-
yes, it's an extraordinary thing. So Cities of Peace honors world cities that have suffered trauma and tragedy. So in this case, war, devastating war and genocide. And Cities of Peace does so through creative participation. So there are 4 elements in every Cities of Peace painting. There's a map of the city, there are the symbols of the culture, there's the use of precious metals, gold itself, and then there's crimson, the color of our blood. So the gold itself we call the art of illumination. It's
Which
actually
is an art form that's pretty much extinct, right?
under threat of extinction. So we're teaching an art form that itself is dying in order to honor a city that's been threatened. So in fact, we're celebrating culture that's under threat with an art form that's under threat. So the art of gold leaf is using real gold and making a bed for that gold, of a bed of clay with glue, and then putting the leaf on. And this case, and our main gold sponsor is Manetti from Italy, so this gold is all a gift. And these young people become illuminators. They learn and master the skill of putting gold on glue, on a bed of clay, on the painting itself.
It's extraordinary. And when you see one of the pieces, I mean, because when you had your exhibition at Guildhall, what was last year? Was it last year or the year before last?
No, it's actually a long time ago,
It's that
but
long?
we've just opened recently in Lyme, Connecticut. We opened Friday, 3 days ago. So
You came back just to be at that,
I came back just to be there.
and you just made it.
I made
And
it.
how many paintings do they have in Lyme at the Cities of Peace there?
They had 8 of them. And Lyme premiered the painting from Armenia. There were 2 extraordinary sponsors who brought the last one we created in Yerevan, the capital of Armenia, with Armenians. And then we brought Slovenians from a former project and one from Israel to be my assistants. Here we brought Armenians to a country Armenia doesn't even recognize. We brought Armenians to Kosovo. And it's really amazing, Patrick. It's amazing. And I want to tell you so much, so you have to tell me what you want me to talk about.
How long is the exhibition going to be in Lyme? Is it?
It's all summer, and it culminates with something wonderful, which is it's wonderful for everyone to see. It's at Lyme Academy in Old Lyme, Connecticut, and Lyme Academy is now part of the University of New Haven. And what Cities of Peace is doing, Cities of Peace started as an activity of painting. It now includes peace building, peace education, and cultural diplomacy. So we are piloting our first university course at the University of New Haven, our first Cities of Peace course in peace building. And we're creating a triad, a U.S. American student being paired with a Kosovo Albanian and a Kosovar of another ethnicity, either Roma, Ashkali Egyptian, Serbian, or a woman victim of war crimes. We're really bringing a world together of the wounded, the hurt, the displaced, and Americans who know very little about such a country and such experience.
A lot of people don't even know it exists.
Right.
It's extraordinary. I also have, we have pictures from your trip. Some of them, I believe, let's see what we have here. Can we have the pictures? Yeah. Oh, this is extraordinary. This is wonderful. This is
one of the best moments of the journey. So imagine you're a Kosovo Albanian, 7 of your cousins have been murdered, or 3 of your uncles. Your house has been burned. You've run down the street of a burning city. And now you're sitting next to a Kosovo Serb, just closer than you and I, right together, paired. And imagine we don't speak the same language. I speak Albanian, you speak Serbian. We don't have a word in common. It's starting to be that English will be our common language, but until that common language of the spoken word is in place, guess what the common language is? Art.
Oh, of course.
So here, the students are becoming the teacher, teaching the new guest. So it is Kosovo Albanian teaching Kosovo Serb the art of gold leaf. And this is where student becomes teacher, teacher of the new guest, and everyone then, like Noah's Ark, went 2 by 2 up to the painting to put gold leaf on the painting itself.
There's an energy that emanates from the picture that says everything that you just said that's here, but you wouldn't know it. But you feel it.
You're so amazing that you felt it and saw it.
You know,
it's
and
there.
yeah, it's true. Oh, what else do we have here? Oh, this is with the unveiling of the painting, yes?
Yes, so this is Kosovo Peace Day. And in the morning of Peace Day,
And
the
we
morning
have less
of
than 10 minutes, so we have to move.
okay, the morning of Peace Day was a memorial for the fallen NATO forces. Then one of the NATO colonels walked over to the museum with the U.S. ambassador. They put touches on the painting. We finished the painting. We moved the painting then to the exhibition space, and you're seeing the stage with the director of the museum, the high-up associate of the U.S. ambassador, Richard May. You're seeing the deputy minister of culture. You're seeing the president of the University of Pristina, and yours truly. And coming up 1 minute later are all the young people who did this. This is an amazing moment. This is a young Roma woman who mastered the art within an hour, and she is directing the head of the United Nations office for the entire region and country of Kosovo. She's the one training Ulrika. So it's a moment to make your heart weep, both with joy and gratitude that we could do this.
Wow.
So this is the U.S. ambassador putting his mark on the painting. And it's just such a moment of joy. And you see the beautiful face of our Armenian assistant
Yes.
also.
This is a detail of the painting, is that right?
Yes, this is the center. So the painting is called Pristina the Flowering. And you see this flowering. The city is in gold leaf. The past is in what's called moon gold. The present is in palladium, like silver. I'm actually wearing filigree today. This is filigree celebrating the art form that the Kosovars excel in, and it's celebrating it in a painting, honoring the past, celebrating the present, and having hope for the future in 3 different colors of gold.
Oh, this is you in front of the painting, so you can get a good idea of the scale and size of the painting in the background.
Yeah, the paintings are about 9 feet tall, and we had tremendous media coverage. This is so important for the world to know about Kosovo and about its culture and its lovely, lovely, loving people.
Oh, this is you and everybody, and this is the ambassador
This
again?
is the president.
Oh, the president.
The president of Kosovo. And then we're standing there with Edona, we're standing with the students, the Armenians, we're standing there. It's extraordinary to have the president come.
Yes.
May there be peace.
Now, where is the painting living for now? Is it?
It's at the museum, at the National Museum, and the plan is through diplomatic channels to bring it to the United States for the United Nations exhibition.
So you're going to have, in the fall, an exhibition at the United Nations of all 11 paintings?
All of them.
That's extraordinary.
It's a blessing, and may my prayer, my wish, my hope for these paintings is may these paintings do their work. The paintings are meant to inspire you, to honor these cities and their peoples, to affirm their greatness, and to educate you and everyone, and to build a global culture of peace and understanding.
And, oh, there's a website. Can't people go to the website? What is it? What is
It's www.citiesofpeace.org.
And are all the paintings there so people can see them all if they want to
The
check?
newest photographs of Pristina the Flowering isn't up yet, but you can see all 10 paintings to date.
To date.
To date.
And when will the new one be up?
It should be up. We're doing tweaking on the final photograph of it so that we have the gold perfect.
And how long will it be in the exhibition in Kosovo at the museum there?
It'll be there until we bring it to the United States. So it's in a place of honor in Kosovo. At the National Museum, there is the room. Kosovo has an 8,000-year history, Neolithic, Paleolithic, all the way through Roman, Ottoman to the present. So it's in the Hall of Antiquities. And there on the painting itself are the symbols of the actual objects that are in the room. So you're seeing a contemporary tribute and all the wishes for the future and honoring the past and celebrating the present. You're seeing that painting amid the entire collection of antiquities.
That's amazing, too. Well, congratulations. I'm stunned that this is accelerating in a way, in such an extraordinary, rapid way, that you're reaching so many people. And
It's remarkable, and again, I'm blessed, and I thank you. Every moment to talk about it is another moment to build peace. And I actually had brought something to show
yes,
you.
I forgot.
I brought you a medal I was given. This isn't about me being given a medal. It's about the medal itself. So this is a medal for excellence.
Can
Again,
you zoom in on her medal?
the
Yeah.
medal is from a member of the NATO force called K4. The NATO forces, because of American intervention, saved Kosovo. So they love Americans. It's Madeleine Albright who wrote the correct documents that enabled NATO to intervene. The President Clinton and Hillary who helped the Kosovo people, and their gratitude that it's to America they owe their freedom, and to America they owe their independence. So Kosovo is independent but not alone. And Kosovo is rich with those who are helping and those who are pitching in and those who are working so hard to build a brand new country.
They've come a long way considering what they've been through.
They have.
Yeah.
They have. And we met people of such courage. We met a former officer from the Kosovo Liberation Army who's also an artist. He is a successful professional artist in another city from Suhureka. He took off more than a week from his own job to come and work on this Cities of Peace painting. What he has done is for 17 years, once a year, he invites an international artist, now a group of artists, to come to Suhureka to paint. So he's building an international museum
We have about
of
15
contemporary art. Okay.
So visit the website, learn what this is all about, and maybe you might like to participate and come to the UN and see the exhibition.
And become a friend of Cities of Peace. Call me, text me, call Patrick. Our arms are open as the Cities of Peace family grows with love and gratitude.
Thank you, Ellen.
Thank you. Thank you.